Hey guys, Dclobber here, and that right there is Batman. And I will be counting down my top 5 favorite superheroes. Now, the one thing I have to mention before I start the video is that these characters that I'm going to say cannot have had a movie. And the main reason I want to do that is because I want these characters sort of to be like, I want these characters to sort of be authentic, like I actually thought of them, rather than saying, oh hey, Ant-Man came out with a movie, I saw the Ant-Man movie, why don't I just say Ant-Man? No, I want these characters to actually feel like I actually put effort into doing this. That's why I'm saying they're not in a movie. This is in no way characters that should have a movie. These are just my personal favorite characters that are not in any movie. Now, they can still be in a movie, just they can't have their own personal movie. Like, there's no Batman, no Iron Man, no Captain America. However, if I liked Hawkeye, he would be on this list. So, the people who have watched a lot of Renegades Games videos, you guys would know that we are more of a gaming channel than a comic book channel. However, I came up with this idea in order to sort of reach a wider audience. So, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of countdowns from here on, and I wanted to start with something that kind of was different than what we've normally been doing, just so that other people can also enjoy the channel. That's all. That's the main reason why I'm doing this right now. Without further ado, I'm going to start announcing the characters that I personally like. So I'm going to announce all 5 right now, and then further elaborate as we go on. Number 5 is Marvel's Iron Fist. Number 4 is Marvel's Gambit. Number 3 is DC's Martian Manhunter. Number 2 is Marvel's Moon Knight. And number 1 is DC's Nightwing. Before I continue, just please note, you guys can put whatever you want in the comments about how my selections were totally awful and the worst choices I could have ever made. But just remember, this is my own personal list. Alright? If you guys were coming up with your own list, I would probably say that some of your choices were stupid. Alright? And I will be explaining myself on why I picked these people right now. When I was first coming up with ideas for this top countdown, I went back into my roots. Like, when I was younger, I used to watch a whole lot of Justice League, a whole lot of, like, Spider-Man, and actually a few years back, I binged watched the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show that came out on Disney, I think it was Disney XD, I don't know. But there was a character in it who I thought was, like, the best character ever, and I don't know why I never heard of him. And that was Iron Fist. And I didn't know a lot about the character. So when I was coming up with this, I actually did some more research on him, and I realized that he was even cooler than I could have ever imagined. That's why he came on this list. Now, I feel like the top contenders are better than he is, but he is still an amazing character. His backstory basically goes like this. So his father, like, discovered this country called, like, Kunlun or something, and his father was like, hey, I found this, let's take my son and my wife and my best friend, and everyone was like, woo! So they all went, of course, yeah. While they were exploring, Iron Fist's father fell off a cliff and died because his friend didn't save him, because his friend was like, I'm in love with your wife. So if you die, I can get your wife. But then Iron Fist's mom was like, no, you let my husband die. I'm not going to marry you. Ugh. So then they split on different paths, like walking. His mother died by wolves. And then he was taken by the people of the city, and he was raised in their martial arts. And then he went and defeated a dragon so that he could obtain the Iron Fist. Now, the way he obtained the Iron Fist was by sticking his hand in a jar or something. And he stuck his hand in, and then he grabbed a molten dragon heart. And then that apparently gave him magical powers or something like that. So basically his powers are, he's good at martial arts, and he has this thing that called the Iron Fist that he can use to like control the dragon's pulse and chi and all that sort of thing. So that's why I like Iron Fist, mainly because, I mean, he beat up a dragon. Now, I never watched X2 X-Men United, but I'm aware that Gambit is in it. Even still, that's not why I picked Gambit. I picked Gambit because I like this character. Actually, I was playing Lego Marvel Superheroes. Video games. Bam, put video games in this episode. Play Lego Marvel Superheroes. Well, that's what all I'm going to say. But I got Gambit. I thought Gambit was awesome because he was like throwing cards and they'd explode everywhere, and I was like, what? That's amazing. So that's why I picked Gambit, because I played as him. I did research to him, and I just started ending up liking him. And when I did research on him, just like Iron Fist, I found more information that made him even cooler. Taken by Mr. Sinister to help in the X-Men massacre, which got the X-Men mad at him. So, yeah. And I mean, he's a total player. I mean, he had an on-again, off-again relationship with Rouge. Or is it Rogue? Anyways, one of those. But I think she also had one with Cyclops. Either that or that was Jean Grey. Anyways, Gambit is a total player. He's awesome. He uses biokinetic energy, which basically means he turns all the potential energy into kinetic energy. For those of you who do not know much about science, potential energy is the energy that's stored up, and kinetic is when it's released. Like me sitting here is quote-unquote potential energy, but if something was going down a hill, that would be kinetic energy. So basically he's taking something, he can make something explode with his mind by turning it into an explosive by converting the potential into kinetic energy. It's confusing. Comic book powers are usually confusing, but he can make things explode. I mean, I'm not going to mess with him. Now, thirdly, we have Martian Manhunter. And if you guys do not remember from what I said earlier about the Iron Fist, I watched a lot of Justice League, and Martian Manhunter was, in my opinion, the coolest superhero on the Justice League, being only second to Flash. Alright, the one reason I didn't put Flash on this list is because he has a TV series, so it's kind of... I didn't want a lot of people to get all, like, enraged in the comments. I was also going to put Green Arrow, but a lot of people were probably going to be the same way. Anyway, back to Martian Manhunter. I did research on him, and during the Silver Age of comics, apparently a lot of people got tired of, like, seeing Superman comics all the time, and people were getting tired of seeing Batman over and over again, and that's why they created Nightwing, and that's why they created Martian Manhunter. You see, Martian Manhunter has the exact same moves and is better than Superman. You see, he has laser eyes. He can do this phasing, which he like goes through the ground, and he can like walk through people and machines to deal damage to them. That's pretty cool. He also can shapeshift, and I mean that's incredible. He can fly, and plus he has a pretty cool outfit. So I picked Martian Manhunter because I like Martian Manhunter. He's pretty cool. I love the Justice League. He's in the Justice League. He's one of the founders of the Justice League. I mean, nothing can beat him. That's all I'm saying, is he's pretty cool. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, who the heck is Moon Knight? And I'm here to say, haha, I know Moon Knight. I'm a hipster. I know Moon Knight before you did. I knew him before he was cool. The one thing I have to say about Moon Knight is he is, in essence, Marvel's version of Batman. Except, in my opinion, I actually think he's a little cooler than Batman. Basically, Moon Knight is Batman, except if Batman was about to die, just imagine Dark Knight Rises, like the nuke is about to go off, and then Batman dies, but then this Egyptian god goes to Batman and says, "Hey Batman, I'll bring you back to life if you swear to work for me." And Batman's like, "Okay, whatever." So that's exactly what happened to a mercenary named Mark Spector after he was betrayed by a friend. He was dying, the Egyptian god came to him, He swore himself to the Egyptian god's service, and yeah. But what's different between him and Batman is he actually has kind of ability. Basically, depending on the phases of the moon, since Khonshu is the Egyptian god of the moon, depending on the phases of the moon, that determines how strong he is, how agile he is, and other factors. So basically, on a full moon, he is like Hulk strong. He's like, "Raw, Hulk strong." But during like a half moon or something, it's only like half there. Yeah. He also has a French helicopter driver named Frenchie. So, hey. That's why I like Moon Knight, because Moon Knight's pretty cool. Finally, we have Nightwing. And a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I chose Nightwing. And the main reason I have to say is, if you can't tell by the poster back there, and the fact that I, in essence, chose Batman as number 2, I absolutely love Batman. Batman is amazing, he's awesome, and I also like Robin. Now, what I like about Nightwing is Nightwing entirely shifts everything you think about Robin. Like, everything that you used to believe about Robin is entirely changed through Nightwing. Nightwing is Batman, except with a funnier, better personality. I like Nightwing because he is, in essence, Batman. He's very similar to Batman. He just has a better atmosphere around him and all that. As well, I prefer his costume over Batman's. Nightwing doesn't have the cowl, he has just the glasses, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But I love Nightwing. That's just why Nightwing gets number 1, because I like Nightwing. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. And make sure down in the comment section below you tell me your favorite superhero. And what other top 5 or top 10s maybe I should do. Now they can relate to video games, superheroes, whatever, I honestly don't care. And if you have not already, check out Renegades Games' other YouTube videos. So just click our channel and you can check all of our videos that we've done. We've done gameplays, we've done reviews, and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you check out our channel, and as always, thanks for watching.